Welcome to the Hope Natural Health Podcast. I'm Dr. Erin Ellis, your host. On this show, we discuss all things health, hormones, and happiness with a little side of this thing called life. Do you ever feel like you're walking through a mental haze, struggling to concentrate or remember things? This common experience, which is referred to as brain fog, can be very frustrating and impact your daily life. As a naturopathic doctor, I've helped many patients, especially my moms, identify the underlying causes of brain fog and implement natural solutions to improve their mental clarity. But first, let's talk about some common causes of brain fog. One, it could be nutrient deficiencies. B vitamins, vitamin D, and omega-3 fatty acids are essential for brain health. And I would say clinically, most every one of my patients is deficient in these nutrients. And guess what? I typically test for all of them so I can see what your body needs and the right dose for your body. The second common cause is poor gut health. An imbalance in your gut bacteria or leaky gut syndrome can contribute to brain fog. So if you have dysbiosis or the imbalance of gut bacteria, it can lead to what's known as leaky gut or vice versa. So leaky gut is when we have impaired intestinal permeability and the little mucosal cells in our intestinal lining aren't really tightly bound together. Think of it as like a tight chain link fence. Over time, if you've had stress, maybe some food sensitivities, toxins, maybe you're nutrient deficient, you've taken antibiotics, maybe autoimmune conditions, you name it, anything can really cause those little junctions to become looser. And that's how we get this leaky gut syndrome and an imbalance in our gut bacteria. There is a connection between the gut-brain axis. So we're always addressing the gut first and making sure that it's healthy, because if we don't have a healthy gut, it's going to lead to a multitude of other symptoms, because our gut is so important in producing hormone, metabolizing hormone, and again, contributing to nutrients and things like that we need. Third would be stress. And I mentioned that with the poor gut health. So prolonged stress can lead to elevated cortisol levels, which is our stress hormone. And this can impact cognitive function. So oftentimes clinically, I'll see the nutrient deficiencies. We might have something going on with the gut, but we're all stressed as Americans. And we oftentimes will then have an imbalance in our cortisol levels, whether it's too high or too low. And this can most definitely impact our mental capacity. Sleep disturbances. So sleep is so important, and I feel like it's not taken seriously, but we really want to make sure that we get quality sleep, because if we don't have quality sleep, it can really impair our mental clarity and memory. So again, with this sleep, we want to focus on quality over quantity. Quantity is important, but you could be in bed for 9 hours and really only sleeping for 2. That is no bueno, in my opinion. We want to make sure that we're getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. So I love using my Oura Ring to track my sleep. There's other devices like Fitbits, even Garmin's, your Apple Watch. I don't like those as much because I can't turn it off as far as put it on airplane mode. So I don't like the EMFs radiating in my body while I sleep. There's also sleep beds that can track. I think those can be put in airplane mode while you sleep. But if you have no idea how you sleep, we really want to see if, one, you're sleeping well, and two, how much sleep you're really getting, because that can most definitely have an impact on your mental clarity. And lastly, another common cause is hormone imbalances. So thyroid disorders and hormonal shifts, even during menopause, can cause brain fog. So if you're struggling with PMS or other symptoms like you're gaining weight, you are transitioning into menopause, we really want to look at your thyroid. We want to look at these nutrients. We're going to look at your gut. We can do some stool testing. And then we also definitely want to test those hormones. Now, a lot of practitioners might think that hormones don't matter, but in my opinion, they 100% matter, and they are super important to test so that we can get to the root of the symptom that's going on for you. So how do we combat brain fog naturally with these following strategies? Well, first we want to identify the root cause, but we can focus on eating a nutrient-dense diet. So focusing on whole foods, leafy greens, healthy fats to really support brain function. I notice that when I eat gluten, and I only noticed this when I pulled gluten and ate it again, that when I do, I feel very brain foggy. I feel almost hungover to an extent without having drank any alcohol. It just does a doozy to my gut and my brain, and I just don't like the way it makes me feel. So just cleaning up your diet can maybe improve your brain fog slightly, and then you'll know some of the triggers that can make it worse. So if you're eating a diet that's a lot of processed foods, maybe fast foods, bars, protein shakes, things like that, try switching to whole foods, leafy greens, and healthy fats and see if that makes a change in your brain fog. Along with having the dysbiosis or the leaky gut, we really want to support gut health. So you can incorporate probiotic-rich foods and maybe even supplements to balance the gut bacteria. I have my gut vitality supplement that you can purchase on the website, which is a very good broad probiotic. Again, check with your healthcare provider because probiotics aren't recommended for everyone. We want to manage the stress. I talk about stress almost daily in practice because it's something that we're all exposed to and it's never going to end. We all have some stress, and it's not just mental stress. It could be physical stress like working out or your job. So we really want to make sure that we manage it by engaging in stress-reducing activities like meditation, yoga, or really spending time outdoors. Going for a walk is probably the best thing that you can do. And that's another tip, is to make sure that we move the body. So moderate exercise can improve the blood flow to the brain and boost cognitive function. I don't know about you, but if I ever struggle with just feeling meh, maybe not in a good mood, maybe a little bit tired, or even, some sort of brain fog, I don't really feel like working out, but I go do it and I feel so much better. That's because we just improved a whole bunch of blood flow to the brain and improved our mental capacity that way. And last would be, again, to prioritize that sleep. Aim for the 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. And more importantly, make sure that it's consistent. So even on the weekends, we're tempted to maybe stay up way later than normal, and then we get up way later. But it's best if we try and have a consistent sleep schedule every single day of the week. This is really going to help your body overall and not leave it second guessing for anything, that could be out of sorts. So if you've tried these things, maybe even gotten testing, said it was normal, we still want to look more. There could be some underlying health concerns that could be going on. So that's why it's important to work with a practitioner that can develop a personalized treatment plan that's right for you. So I hope that's helpful. Hopefully we can combat your brain fog, but I'm always here for you. So if you're struggling with it, I'd love to help. Feel free to reach out, schedule a consultation, and I will see you all again next week. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And if you haven't done so, please be sure to give us a rating on your favorite podcast platform. Join us weekly as we inspire you to be your best version. For more, follow me on Instagram at dr.erinellis. Until next week, you got this.